man. So, was that a riot listening to that song?
I can't believe you just said that. Hey, welcome back to Into the Music. My name is Chris, and I'm here with Greg. And Greg has a song for me to react to. So, what do you have?
So, I've got some dead Kennedys for you.
Just what I've always wanted.
Yeah, no living ones. They're all dead. And it's a band that you probably heard this band before, right? Like especially in the '80s, they were kind of like wrecking havoc with
I know the
sound.
name. I don't. I've never. I never heard anything like that.
Okay, but you know the name, right?
I know the name.
So the song is Riot, and Bob, Mr. Bob, Kofi, Bob's at it again, and so he wants you to react to Riot by Dead Kennedys.
Riot. Okay. Kennedys wouldn't have liked that, I'm sure. The Riot thing.
Right. So go check it out. You come on back, man.
All right.
Rioting, the unbeatable high. Adrenaline shoots your nerves to the sky. Everyone knows this town is gonna blow, and it's all gonna blow right now. it's a blast.
Hey man, so was that a riot listening to that song?
I can't believe you just said that. All right, anyway. Okay.
So what do you
Hey,
think, man?
hey, we're being off the wall here, so we can, that's kind of a good segue into the Dead Kennedys,
Because it's
right?
kind
Because
of
that's
off
an
the
off the wall
that
kind of game.
music, that singing's kind of off the wall too. Not the
I don't
topic.
know. This guy, he was like a regular Pavarotti man. His voice was beautiful. You know what I liked about this song? I really like the intro. Starts off with the hi-hat and
I
does some other
know.
things, and then it gets into it. And of course, this is one of those punkish songs where they're talking, singing. I get it, I get the whole idea. And they were like campy about it. It was like a late night commercial,
Did you know that about them though? So like on the other side, you had said you've heard of the name, but you didn't know the music. Did you know that they were like that was the kind of music, the punk, or you weren't really sure?
I know, I think I knew that. I don't know if I agree with the message here. That all writing, okay, this is gonna sound bad, but that all writing is terrible. Sometimes that's a last resort, you know what I'm saying? But I get what he's saying about like, yeah, it feels good right now, but you'll have nowhere to sleep tomorrow and all this stuff. So there's that consideration. So
Yeah.
so yeah, okay. So I agree with some of the things you said, but yeah, I could get into the whole thing about history and stuff. What riots actually paid off and what didn't. You know what I mean? So, but that I won't. I will talk about the music. So you
No,
tell me about it.
yeah.
Fill me in.
All I'll say about that, I just think they're looking at it a different angle. You know, you can look at Ryden from different
Sure,
angles.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
I'm not
Um,
for riot, but I'm just saying sometimes things don't change unless they. When did this come out?
so this came out in 1982 off their second album, Plastic Surgery Disasters. Um,
Jesus Christ.
I know, even the album is very, very creative, funny.
It's funny. The older I get, the more I'm like surprised at some of these names. I'm not, and I am at the same time. It's weird. It's like, yeah, what? Okay. But you know what it is? It's like I'm not surprised when I first hear them, but then when I reflect upon them, I'm like, really, man? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
anyway, it's cool.
The really interesting thing is that this band, they went from 1978, they formed in 78 to 86. Then they reformed in 2001 and the present day. They only have 4 studio
Really?
albums.
Okay.
Only 4 studio albums though. And they were all made in the 80s when the original lineup was in place. And that was 80, 82, 85, and 86. 86, they broke up. I think there was some internal stuff going on there. And then actually since that time, Jello Biafra, one of the founding members, when the band kind of got back together again,
I've heard that name actually.
he never rejoined. There was some internal stuff going on. He sued the band, and then I think that's been resolved. I don't know like how that actually worked out. I think he lost, but and I don't know if that has had an effect on this band not recording anything
Mhm.
since '86. I don't know if there's anything legally in place that would like sort of prevent them like, hey, you can guys go tour and you can actually use the name of the band, but you can't record. But I think actually he lost. So then if I'm right on that, then yeah, then there's probably nothing stopping them actually. But just interesting there. But yeah, they've been around for a long time. So Dead Kennedys, American punk rock band formed in San Francisco, California. Just for people overseas who's not sure where San Francisco is, the band was one of the defining. I'm reading off the wiki. Wiki is the amazing
Really?
information site. The amazing information site that is, for the most part, correct, right? Usually, right, 99%.
Yeah, unless it's something that you can have different opinions on.
But yeah, one of the defining punk bands, defining. I would, because I definitely have known this band. I just never really got into this stuff.
Oh, do you like? You've been listening to them. I mean, you
I've never.
listened to them back then.
I've heard them. Yeah, I knew what he sounded like. I knew what the band had sounded like. When I use the word frenetic, you know, this was frenetic.
This was the origination of your use of frenetic.
This was frenetic. When like you said, the beginning of that song, it was
Yeah.
so creative. It was brilliant.
But the
You
but the
had the little.
freneticism really matched the subject matter.
It matched the subject matter. You can imagine. Well, yeah, and even on like Genius Lyrics, the guy who contributed, he's talking about. I don't know if he's really sort of paraphrasing from what someone from the band had said, but
Mhm.
that person is saying that they were sort of they were looking at the riots as like, almost as though like, like on a as a drug. Um, and where they say that rioting is similar to a drug. You get an unbeatable high, and they actually had that in quotes, unbeatable high. But the hangover is terrible, So
Yeah.
never really heard this song before. So like, Dead Kennedys, I'm not really sure where this sort of ranks as like the best of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of comments we get about this.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, that was really cool. Cool reaction. And take us out, sir.
All right. Thanks for watching, and hit the like button if you like this, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and hit the notification bell symbol, and we'll catch you next time on Into the Music.
See ya.